I went to the ETH to meet this group of people, and we talked about business plan, about their intentions, what they plan to do, and I got convinced by that group. The team itself, I liked it very much. They worked well together, but they were very technical competent in that area. We analyzed many different companies in Switzerland and Germany. In total, there were about 300 business plans we looked at. Finally, we negotiated with about 30 companies into details. But in the end, we invested only in 3 companies where we really came to terms. One of them was u-blox. We found the business plan very interesting of u-blox, big potential. A big important point was also that came out of ETH, a well-known university here close by. An important point was also that Professor Tröster, as their professor, was willing to participate as board member in this new startup. And finally, it was networking. I was already a board member there, and we knew each other for more than 1 year, so that were the major decision points to invest. The major points sometimes were that they were too technical for me, so I had to bring them down and say, okay, now you try to explain the same again so that I can follow too, and maybe potential customers or potential investors. The first 2 years went very smooth. We had a lot of success by being able to win a big project with the Swiss road pricing system. But after that, of course, we had to search for another big customer, and that was not so easy. And then, as you know, 2001, in September, we had the 9/11 also. So the rest of our business came almost to a standstill, so that put us in a real crisis until end of 2001. And that's where my colleagues from Partners Group told me, now you have to step in, you have to do a CEO role ad interim, until we can find a professional CEO who has a lot of experience. We finally could turn the company around. We had additional money, and we could survive 2002 and 2003 and sell all the 140,000 GPS units we had on stock. But at the same time, we could also develop a next generation GPS and find new customers in the US and in Asia. So at the end, in 2004, the company was the first time profitable. The IPO went very well. We were all very lucky that we could just do it in the autumn of 2007. We didn't know at that time that 2008 would be a crisis year, so we were just in the right time to do that. Up to this point, u-blox was a one-product company. We had GPS and nothing else. Many people were involved in selecting different fields, and finally we decided to go into the wireless area, because most of our customers needed, beside the GPS, their position, they needed also to communicate that somewhere. So the wireless technology was exactly the complementary segment which helped us. And looking back, this was really a very good decision to do. I see u-blox also as a role model, how they integrate young companies into their setup. I think it's excellent how we find talents all over the world, leave them where they are, but integrate them into the u-blox house, providing them structure, providing them financial support, providing them a sales organization, and finally integrate them into the whole u-blox family.